Playing the Blue Jays. Fucking turn off. Yankees versus Blue Jays, the best intro song that ever was. Barney, your friendly neighborhood dinosaur. Is that what it was? Is that what the Barney was?
There's got to be a couple moments when you write for a kid's show when you're like, yo, we just stumbled into gold. And a Blue Jay singing the blues is that.
Yeah, he's a Blue Jay that plays the blues. That's gold.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, he's not an ordinary bird. The coolest bird you've ever heard, a Blue Jay that plays the blues. It's the good stuff. Yankees are playing the Blue Jays today. One last series in the Bronx. Are they in the Bronx? No, they are. Before they travel east to London town to play the Red Sox. 2 games there. One last series versus the Blue Jays. Who, Jake? Are the Blue Jays hot right now? Or are they bad? They are 4-6 in their last 10. They have a fun young team. They're like one step behind the White Sox. Like the White Sox were probably where the Blue Jays are. The White Sox last year, the Blue Jays this year. Does that make sense? The White Sox are on that middling level where they're like, okay, we're actually good. We can be 500. The Blue Jays are young and fun, but bad. They are 20. Yeah. They are, what's their overall record? 29-49. That's bad. They're 4th in the division, 20.5 games back. Yikes. 4-6 in their last 10, 8-12 in the last 20, 9-21 in their last 30, Jake. Yikes.
Yeah. That's hurt their lifetime record, 3,345 to 3,412. 495 lifetime, and they've won 2 pennants and they've won 2 World Series. So if you're Toronto, hang your hat on that. 2 World Series. That's pretty nice. But yeah, this baby Jays team is pretty young. They've got some young feeler parts. But they're not a good baseball team. Their pitching is lacking. It's you can throw some decent bodies on a baseball field, as we've seen with the Orioles and the Jays. If you don't have pitching, you're not doing anything. And I mean, they were throwing at Edwin Jackson. Jim took that 10-day IL stint, by the way, after his ERA went back up to 12.43. But
he gave up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We're seeing the Jays today. It's it's fun and scary watching Vlad Jr. and seeing what he'll become. And a couple other the young guys we're becoming familiar with. Rowdy Tellez, Teoscar. I don't think we're seeing him today. Kevin Biggio will never be Lourdes Gurriel. So yeah, we're seeing the Jays, and we'll host them back in the Bronx this time.
They did just take the series from us earlier, right? We went up to Toronto. The Yankees always play bad up in Toronto, and lost 2 out of 3. Kind of started our little funk there after the big Red Sox series. They got let down a little bit when they went up there, had to play in that depressing environment. So I don't know.
Might even hear a little bit about that in a what to watch for later, John.
Preview. The lineup today for the Yankees is DJ LeMahieu is leading off and batting first.
Playing first.
That's different.
First at first.
Luke Voigt is DHing, batting second. Aaron Hicks in center field. Gary Sanchez is batting cleanup. Giancarlo Stanton in right field behind him. Didi Gregorius at short. Glaber at second. Urshela at third, Gardner in left field, and old man CC Sabathia on the bump. That makes the bench Romine, Judge, and Edwin, our 3 big boppers, home run hitters, all on the bench. But what do you think about this lineup? Actually, you know how we've been saying, like, you can sit anyone, still a good lineup. You can sit anyone, still a good lineup. Like, this is still a good lineup. But I was like, this one feels like it's missing something.
Yeah, I mean, and it's going to be tough with Judge to get started. Let's be honest, because seeing his name on the bench flat out sucks because he's one of the best players in baseball. So anytime Judgy isn't in the lineup, you're going to be like, damn. And we're gonna have to come with grips with that at least through the All-Star break, which it's gonna be a funky little week or so. I mean, traveling across the pond, playing a couple matches on a little footy field, and then we come back and we've got 6 games before the All-Star break. So I don't know. I think if you're a Yankee fan, I would be ready for up until the All-Star break, especially with the travel and trying something different. I think you're going to see the Yanks with a lot of their big guys getting off days, and I just shrug your way through it. And again, it's still a really good lineup. So it'll be interesting to see. I know something that we were impressed with, Jim, was that, Gary, when we needed him and he was having off days, we did see him pinch hit sometimes, which we saw them reluctant to do last year. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, if they do need a big at bat today in one of the later innings, could you see Edwin pinch hit for someone like Gardy against the lefty? You'd like to think so. You'd assume they're not going to use Judgy at all, but they might.
I'd guess he's out. I'd guess Judge is not playing in this game. I will say they're going to rest people. At this point last year, we were like, man, I hope the rest stops in the back half of the season, and they just set their lineup and roll with it. But then Judge got hurt. Stanton was playing on a torn hamstring, so we don't know what they would have done. Instead, we just had to roll Robertson and Walker out there. And we have seen them they get better with this season. Like they have been, like you said, they have pinch hit guys when instead of just being like, nope, this is their off day. I'm hoping that we get all these off days. We go to London. It's going to be a tiresome trip. We get back. They do the All-Star break. I'm hoping after that, it's go time. But even then, like we've said, they can afford to rest people and have a better lineup. It's not like we're throwing Shane Robertson and Neil Walker or season before that, Chase Headley. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's like, all right, cool. Throw that guy out. He'll probably hit. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, the bottom 3, Glaber, Shella, and Gardy. You might have 1.5 All-Stars there, and Brett Gardner's been playing great baseball for over a month now. So can't complain about it. Jimmy, for your Jays, or the Blue Jays singing the blues, or the Jays singing the blues, or the Jays singing the Jays?
He's a Blue Jay that sings the blues. Yeah.
We got your guy, Eric Sogard, DHing, batting leadoff. Vladdy Jr. at third. Gurriel Jr. left field. Kevin Biggio, second base, cleaning up. Randall Grichuk, get out of my face, in center. Rowdy Tellez, your first baseman for the evening, with Freddie Galvis at shortstop. Old friend William McKinney in right field. And Luke Miley, he's just being Miley as the catcher with, who's that? Our guy Sanchez, the Tyler Austin's career maker, on the bump for Toronto.
Aaron Sanchez, yeah. Yeah, man, we got 2 pitchers. CC actually is coming off a good start versus the Rays. Was it he's coming off a good start versus the Rays. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 3 hits. Really good start versus the Rays. But he's struggled before that. 5 earned runs, 4 earned runs, 3 earned runs. Aaron Sanchez is having a tough stretch. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Like really, really tough stretch. Like look at this. His last game was 6 earned runs. Before that, 8 earned runs. Before that, 5 earned runs. Before that, 4. So 4, 5, 8, 6. Like really tough stretch for Aaron Sanchez.
The Blue Jays have not won in Aaron Sanchez's last 6 starts. And if you want to move it out a little further than that, they've won 1 game in his last 10 starts. So Aaron Sanchez has been bad. And if we want to keep it tighter and more recent, his last 3 games, 12.2 innings, 21 hits, 9 walks, 7 strikeouts, 5 home runs to the tune of a 13.5 ERA. He's struggling.
In his last 10 games, which is a good sample size, 10 games, his batting average against is .323 with a .405 on base percentage and a .933 OPS. So, he's having an awful season.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. He had a decent start to the year. He was 3-1. Scratch that reverse it. He's now 3-9 So yeah, he's 0-8 in his last 10. So Jim, I feel like the part that's scary is we're now setting ourselves up for some baseball Susan, as everyone is now enamored with this new Yankees offense. New Murderers Row, best lineup we've seen in X amount of years. Aaron Sanchez coming in with one of the a bad track record. I mean, you'd think the stars would be aligned here for the Yankees, but that's why they play the games.
Yeah. Well, actually, he's got decent numbers versus the Yankees in this lineup. Aaron Hicks is 2 for 4. That's nothing. Brett Gardner's 3 for 19. That's pretty good. And Didi Gregorius has good numbers. 6 for 16, 444 on base percentage. But no one Didi has a home run versus him. No one else has a home run in this lineup versus him. So that's cool. So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you can say like knock on wood if you believe in jinxes, you want to be annoying like that. Yankees should smack Sanchez around today, otherwise it's a problem. Like if Sanchez throws a gem, I don't know if we're going to be saying, well, he looked really good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's not like, and hey, maybe I'll be so wrong in a little bit. It's not like Aaron Sanchez is going to go out there and throw 8-inning shutout. But I mean, there's still a chance the guy can put up a day that's 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. The guy's been a major league
quality start. That's a huge win for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, and again, it's not expected. Everything would be against that. But it's baseball for a reason. And that's when you start to get in trouble in baseball, when it's like, oh, we should hang up a 10 spot on Sanchez today. That's when you find yourself in the 5th inning with only 2 runs scored. No,
let's knock him out before the 5th inning ends. He hasn't finished the 4th inning his last 2 starts. So knock him out before the 5th ends and let's get at least 4 off him. I'll be happy with that. I'll be content. CC Sabathia is on the other side of the bump. Justin Smoke has pretty good numbers off Sabathia. 10 for 35 with 2 home runs, 10 strikeouts too, though. 10 hits, 10 Ks. Swings for the fences. Oh, he's not in the lineup?
No.
Has he been playing for them?
I don't know. Is he hurt? He's not in the lineup today. It could just be an off day, or
he's hurt. Bryce Ferguson.
Or if their IL would come up quicker. Jays have less than a 0.1% to make a postseason. That's a tough break. Yeah, Smoke is on the 10-day IL.
Oh shit, my bad. Well, he's the only one he's the only one that has numbers off. Oh shit, Danny Jansen's 1 for 1. Fuck.
Wow. Fuck. Danny Jansen also not playing. So we'll say no history against the Jays.
We are dodging so many bullets.
Yeah.
So Freddie Galvis 0 for 2. He's playing.
Aha.
Yo, how's Freddie Galvis doing? Because there was a point in time, like 3 weeks into the season, some Yankee fans were like, why didn't we get Freddie Galvis to be our backup infielder over DJ LeMahieu and Urshela? There was a point in time where people were saying that about Freddie Galvis, which is hilarious.
He's playing okay. 11 homers, 34 RBIs, 262, 302 OBP, 735 OPS.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll stick with LeMahieu and Urshela, but yeah, I mean, if it was Freddie Galvis or Tulowitzki, I think you get some conversations there, or Urshela before the season, but then we're down a whole nother world.
Yeah. Yep. All right, what is your what to watch for? I know I stepped all over it before.
No, you were all right. I like to get corny when I can, and I just went one word: revenge. James, this season, people forget that after the first 2 weeks or so of this season, things were generally great in Yankee land. We started out 6-9, and then things took off for the Yankees, and we played incredible baseball with some guys stepping up, some role players stepping up. We know the whole story. The magical streak kind of ended when we played Boston and we took 2 out of 3, and then we went on this road trip. Toronto and the White Sox, and we had our first little bump in the road, and it was like, all right, give us our healthy guys back. And yeah, I mean, Toronto kind of took us out by the shed the first couple games, and it's also what comes with a young team, and it's Vlad Guerrero Jr., Kevin Biggio, when they see the pinstripes, it's not everyday baseball anymore. It's not like, hey, this is a rebuilding year in Toronto. This is, oh my God, we're playing the Yankees. And that's I mentioned that going into that series, they seem to turn it up a notch. It'll be interesting to see how they react to the big lights in the Bronx a little bit, and to see if the Yankees do a little bit of like, all right, these guys clipped us up. Let's bring it where we need to be at tonight to beat these guys. Or, I mean, Jimmy, if we struggle this series, now the rest of these Blue Jays games the rest of the years are going to be like, oh boy, here come the Jays again. We can't beat these guys. So we need to dodge that.
Oh, that is such a good call. If we lose today, how about this? There's going to be people on Twitter. If the Yankees are down after 4 innings, fuck it. If the Blue Jays take a lead in the first inning, people are going to be tweeting, I guess the Blue Jays are our Orioles this year.
Oh, yeah.
Can't beat the Blue Jays. Dodge that. The Yankees need to be the first team to score just so we don't have to read those idiotic takes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a really good call, Jake.
Thank you.
I'm not nervous about it.
And I mean, if we're preparing everyone for what they're going to see this week, I mean, so much Stroman stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Why doesn't he just come over to our clubhouse after the game?
Yeah, if we get a bad outing from CC, make the trade now. Stroman's only in the other dugout.
Yeah.
That'll be tweeted. Yeah, that's true. I'm looking out for Vladdy.
Junior.
Last
Is this
time
his first game at the stadium? Yeah, right?
Yep, I think he will be a thorn in our side. The last time we saw him, he hit the coolest home run I've seen all season from an opponent. Like he took a Zach Britton bowling ball sinker, the first home run in Zach Britton's career on a pitch below the strike zone. It was really cool to watch, and I'm just hoping he doesn't do anything else that is really, really cool to watch, because as a Yankee fan, I don't want to keep giving him respect.
I'm going to disagree with you there, Jim.
Okay.
I think we need Vlad to do one cool thing. So we're like, wow, Vlad's first trip to the stadium and he hit a 500-foot home run. That was cool. But the problem is we can't let the whole trip be Vlad's first time to the stadium. Like he needs one moment so that we can, when we're old, we can be like, I remember Vlad's first trip to the stadium. He caught one 550 feet off Cesar. So we need that, but we can't have it be a weekend or a series. It just needs one moment. That's all he gets.
Okay. He's slumping pretty bad right now. His last 7 games, he's got a 242 on base percentage and a 415 OPS. He's got 4 hits. Let's see. His last 30 is better. So the slump's recent. Might be a little micro slump. But yeah. I like the kid. He's fun to watch. But I don't want to have to keep saying wow, I know that hurt the Yankees, but that was cool. I gave him 1 this season. That's all I want to give him.
Right.
Home run was cool. Go watch it if you haven't seen it.
It's cool.
It's cool. It's cool. Cool. Bullpen path to victory, Jake. Yesterday, the Yankees used Cesar and Hale. Bullpen's got a clean slate. They might stay away from Otto and Britton if they have to. But with 3 games and then 2 off days before London. Is it 2 off days for London? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to use guys
Thursday, Friday, play Saturday, Sunday, off day Monday.
So, fuck. Yeah. If I'm Boone, you got to plan out Britton because he's got those 2 off days there, which makes me want to throw Britton on Wednesday no matter what.
Right.
So then you have Britton for either today or tomorrow. You can't do all 3. But they don't play by my rules with Britton. They're dumb. They're really dumb. But Britton needs to pitch on Wednesday. You can't have him go 3 off days in a row before Boston. So we'll see how they do that. But everyone should be good for tonight. If they need to unleash the 4 horsemen in a close game, I think they will.
Yeah. Yeah. The Yankees, I think something that's made us like them, Jim, is I feel there was a little bit of I don't want to make this more of a thing because we used to be all over this and it shouldn't be a thing. But if the Yankees can win the series early and then worry about resting their pitchers, they're doing that this year, where last year it was more so pitchers rest. If we get the win, let's get them right for tomorrow. But this year they've been pretty good with we've got the lead in game one. Let's win game one. And then if we don't have anybody tomorrow, we'll do our best.
You've seen them go out. That's why their record on Sundays is bad, because they usually have the series won and then they don't care. But last year they didn't even need the series won. They're like, no, we're just going to rest.
Yeah. So it could be
Rogers.
What was that?
Shout out to Brandon Rogers. Just donated to the cause, supported us. Said been a sub recently. He loves the content.
Thanks, B-Raj. Yeah, we'll see, and I wouldn't doubt it before a trip to London. If the Yankees could win the first two games, the Wednesday game might be the ugliest Yankees game of the season. Little early hot take there.
Oh yeah. Someone have you seen Stanton's RBIs yet, Jake?
Stan's ribs?
Yeah, from the last game. I know you were at the pool party. Have you seen them? You seen the highlights of it?
What are you talking about? The two RBI singles?
Yes. Have you seen the video of it?
Yeah.
Oh, some guy in the chat is laughing, saying they should have been errors. Dude smoked like 105 mile per hour hit at someone. Like charging that third baseman with an error is so rude.
Yeah. Those are bullets, sir.
They're like fucking out of a cannon. They're not a routine play, which is how you grade errors and stuff.
How many games has Giancarlo Stanton played this season, Jimmy?
9.
7.
7?
It's fucking nuts.
Does he still have the hardest hit balls? I think he has 2 of the hardest. I think he had the 2 hardest hit balls.
Yeah.
Yes, he has the number 1 and the number 3. Okay, how about this for a stat? In this series, Jake, the 4 hardest hit balls in the year all are represented in the series. Stan has the hardest, then Vladdy Jr., then Giancarlo Stanton again, then Gary Sanchez, then Alonso, then Judge.
How about that?
We can even go 5 of the top 6 or whatever that would be. Yeah. All right, let's move on to Homer Draft. It's the Homer Draft. Jimmy, won the last series, Jake. So I am now have 10 series victories to my name. You have 7 series victories to your name. We've tied 5 times. And the overall season score is now tied at 24 home runs apiece. This will be interesting. I'm on a bit of a little mini heater here. Jake, I believe I have first pick, actually.
Go get it, kid.
I have first pick. I am taking Gary Sanchez because I ain't a fool.
You're not a fool, and I like that about you.
You know what? Dude, I have 2 hats to ship out from his most recent homers. Maybe he homers today, and I can just bring all 3 to the post office tomorrow.
How nice would that be? Good pick. I am going to go with Carlos. Game 8, he doesn't have a home run, and we need to get that out of the way before we go to London, so that Giancarlo Stanton not having a home run yet doesn't become a thing,
Well, but wouldn't it be cool if he was the first player ever to hit his first home run of his season in a different country?
Nah.
Maybe he's saving it.
Well, first home run of the season in a different country would happen in the Asian games too.
Well, okay, first home run in London.
First home run in London. First home run ever in London. It was his first home run that season. No, I hate that. Let's not do that. And Jim, I'm going to take a little bit of a wild card. I'm going to go Aaron Hicks. I'm banking on the outfielders today. I'd like to see Hicks pimps one, and Giancarlo goes short porch. How about that?
Hicks pimps one, And Giancarlo Stanton goes short porch. Hicks tried to pimp one versus Verlander yesterday. Just went foul. So you have Stanton and Hicks. I am going Gary and Didi. Didi has homered already. He's in a bit of a slide, I think, right now.
I think he does have good numbers against Sanchez.
Yeah, he was the one that had good numbers, 3-something with a homer in his past. And let's get Didi going. How about that? Gary and Didi versus Hicks and Giancarlo.
Boom.
Over under, we both got the under wrong in the last game. Hap got blowed up. What do you think it is here? CC versus Sanchez. I think this is going to be a tenner. I think the over under is going to be 10. What do you think?
Sanchez is so bad, and CC hasn't been great. I might go 10.5.
Yeah, I thought about 10.5, and then I was like, I don't know. That's high. I was trying to see if we've had any 10.5 lines. We've had one so far this season against Baltimore.
The line today is, Jimmer. My lippies are sealed. 11.
Holy shit. That's the highest line we've had.
Yeah.
That's a high line.
Now I'm going over.
I'm going to go under.
That tells me Vegas would honestly put this line at like 13.
I have this as I'm taking the under, and I have this as CC has a good outing.
Right.
6-2, 5-2, maybe. The offense does where they go up early, like in the first 3 innings, they're going to have 4 runs off Sanchez,
right,
and then kind of just take their foot off the pedal and hope the bullpen does their job. And we end up winning like 6-1, 7-2. I mean, we went 7-2 and still get the under easily.
Right.
I'm going under. That's crazy high line.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the chat. Prince Harry is going to the Yanks Sox game in London.
Huge.
Vegas is Magic Sam says Vegas is testing your manhood with that line. Proud of Jake, even though he sucks.
Yeah.
You are calling out Vegas there, which is a gut.
I think we've been doing this now. This is the highest Yankees line we've seen this year, right?
Yeah, we've had a 10.5 once.
I mean, the fact that they're going to 11 makes me think they want to be at 13.
Does Jake think RJ Barrett is a bust because he's on the Knicks?
No. I think Barrett's done everything right so far, which is basically the only thing the Knicks have done right so far.
Josh Clevenger thinks Gleyber Torres is going to hit his first home run tonight, which would be so wild if that happened.
Yeah.
Because it defies space and time. So that would be wild. It's a bold guess by Josh Clevenger. Stanton bomb today. Jake has it. Ooh, Bang Bus. The GM of the Bang Bus says he was feeling a Didi bomb, so that's good. He's on my side. What's the chances Yanks pick up a starter? Very high. I'd put it at 100%. What's your prediction? What would you put that as percentage-wise? I would say 98% they pick up a starter at the deadline. Like, I don't know if they're going to pick up an ace, but I think they'll pick up a starter.
I jumped to 95%. Like, if they had crazy good news about Severino and Herman and Loaizaga, like maybe, but no, they're getting someone.
Yeah, I agree. Commentary on the Eck and Stroman stuff. Did you see all that?
What's that?
Did you see all the Eck and Stroman stuff?
Yeah. Ugh. Like I'm so over that whole conversation in baseball.
But did you see, like, it is funny that there's like video footage of Eck doing.
He's a dumb old man. Like, this happens. History is cyclical. We're gonna be dumb old men someday.
It is funny that you just become so dumb.
He's doing a Red Sox broadcast. He knows that this is pissing off Red Sox people. He said it. And it's like, yes, so much, how we're going to have this conversation every time someone celebrates anything anymore, whether it's a hitter or a pitcher. Like field players, are we going to start getting mad if a shortstop makes a nice play and celebrates? Like, I'm done with the whole conversation. Celebrate.
I would like to see X response because it's like very clear. Like there's interviews of him defending him celebrating and shooting guns from his hips after he strikes people out.
There's nothing.
So like, what does he even say?
No
like,
defense.
Yeah, I'm a dumb old man.
I'm calling the Red Sox game, and I said what they wanted to hear.
You know what? That is basically. Can you really fault him for that? Not. You wish you would hope that doesn't exist, but that totally exists. You cater to your audience.
I'm telling you, man. I saw it when Jeff Nelson called the Yankee games. Like it was my one quote unquote complaint. Like he was just leaning into the Yankees fan base too much. That it wasn't even like a neutral call anymore.
Yeah, and
it's just like, well. I get it. If that's a better way to get the Yankee fans to like you than say bad stuff about them.
Yeah, that's good. Someone says CC is going 5 innings. Awesome. I hope so.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about CC too much, but this kind of is a big start for him. I had him his last start as my Seesaw award, and he pitched well.
Teeter-totter.
And that got him off the hot seat for a little bit. A good start today, and we're kind of back to CC's numbers. His ERA would be like high 3s, and he'd just be doing CC things again. So this is kind of an important one for Big C.
For some reason, does he have good numbers versus the Jays like lately? Because when I close my eyes and picture CC pitching against the Jays, I picture good starts. Yeah. His last one was bad. That was in Toronto. But usually that was last year. Usually they avoid him in Toronto.
Is it the turf?
Because of the turf, yeah. We'll see. This is a whole new crop of hitters, though, so who knows?
I mean, career against Toronto, 35 starts, 3.65 ERA. I mean, doesn't tell the full story or recent story, but good.
Good.
It's good. I don't know why.
I want to go. All right. That ends the pregame show. Thank you guys for hanging out. We are going to go record some other stuff now that's not public yet. We're going to record our history podcast, Laughs from the Past. Go check it out if you want. Go check it out. And we will see you later. Would you like to see Stroh in pinstripes? If so, what would the trade look like? We do that other places. See you guys. Bye.